Before you scroll past, and before anyone tells you what to think, pause right now, because this is not just another celebrity confession. This is a revelation that has shaken fans worldwide, and by the end of this story you will feel as if you were standing there witnessing Bai Lu speak her truth, and the energy of the room as it erupted in disbelief, joy, and all will stay with you long after you finish reading. So stay until the very end, and prepare to witness what may be the most talked about declaration of the year. It all began on a seemingly ordinary day. A routine live broadcast meant to engage fans turned into a historic moment that no one could have predicted. Cameras rolled, the audience was waiting, and every eye was on Bai Lu. She smiled softly, at first seemingly unaware of the storm that was about to unfold. Questions began predictably about projects, endorsements, and public appearances. But then the host asked a question that changed everything. Bai Lu, how do you feel about Dylan Wang? The audience leaned forward instinctively. Every fan watching on their phone screens worldwide held their breath. Bai Lu paused for a moment longer than normal, as though measuring the weight of what she was about to say. Then, in a voice steady yet layered with emotion, she spoke words that would instantly become legendary. Dylan Wang loves me, and I love him too. For a fraction of a second, silence swept across the studio. Cameras captured every micro-expression of the audience. Some fans gasped audibly, some clasped their hands over their mouths, others stared wide-eyed at the screen, unable to process the simplicity and power of those words. Then the reaction began. First subtle murmurs, followed by applause, then cheers that built like a wave crashing against the shore. Online, the chat exploded within seconds. Clips were recorded, reposted, and shared across multiple platforms as millions of fans reacted in real time. Within hours, the declaration trended worldwide. Fan accounts were flooded with messages and speculation. Analysts broke down every gesture, every pause, every glance from previous appearances between Bai Lu and Dylan Wang, looking for clues that confirmed or contradicted her words. Behind the cameras, insiders revealed that the atmosphere had shifted dramatically. Staff whispered about how sincere she had appeared. Dylan Wang, it was reported, had seen the announcement moments later and smiled quietly, perhaps acknowledging a truth that had long been present but never publicly confirmed. Some claimed he sent a simple message of support immediately afterward, understated yet significant. What made this moment truly mind-blowing was the subtle cues in Bai Lu's demeanor. Her eyes shone with a mix of vulnerability and courage. Her posture reflected confidence and openness. The words themselves were simple, yet carried gravity that only truth could hold. Fans dissected every syllable, noting how she emphasized love equally for herself and Dylan Wang. There was no hesitation, no equivocation, just a raw, undeniable acknowledgement of emotion that had been building behind the scenes. The internet erupted. Headlines screamed with excitement. Comment sections overflowed with analysis, theories, and fan stories. Was this the culmination of a secret romance long hidden from the public eye? Was it a calculated revelation or a spontaneous confession of genuine emotion? People debated endlessly across time zones as clips were replayed frame by frame. Social media polls asked fans whether they believed the statement literal, symbolic, or somewhere in between. Millions voted in minutes. Every moment seemed magnified. Every glance in prior interviews was reinterpreted in a new light. Meanwhile, the energy did not stop with the declaration alone. Within days, fans began noticing subtle interactions between Dylan Wang and Bai Lu at public events. A brief smile caught on camera, a slight nod shared during an awards ceremony, or a momentary glance during a live interview suddenly felt monumental. Observers began connecting dots from months prior, analyzing body language, gestures, and even seating arrangements. What had once seemed ordinary now carried immense significance. Some of the most dramatic fan reactions came from those who had long speculated about their connection. Pages flooded with posts recounting moments where fans believed they sensed chemistry, subtle hints that only now felt validated. The declaration sparked an outpouring of emotion unlike any previous moment in recent entertainment history. Supporters celebrated love, courage, and honesty, while skeptics debated motives and timing, each argument fueling further discussion. But the most striking revelation came from within the industry itself. Colleagues described the declaration as genuine, heartfelt, and transformative. People who had worked with Bai Lu and Wang closely noted that while the chemistry had been palpable, no one expected such a public, unambiguous acknowledgement. It was rare to witness someone step forward with that level of transparency in an industry so often governed by strategy and optics. Even the subtle follow-up interactions fueled the drama. During subsequent interviews, both Bai Lu and Wang appeared slightly more relaxed around each other, their comfort evident yet measured, showing awareness of public scrutiny while honoring the truth of what had been spoken. Every handshake, every shared glance, every quiet laugh was now magnified by the fans as evidence of authenticity and ongoing connection. The conversation extended beyond fans. Talk shows, podcasts, and entertainment news channels dedicated entire segments analyzing the declaration. Relationship experts dissected phrasing and tone, suggesting that this kind of acknowledgement could signal a long-term commitment, a deep understanding, and a mutual respect rarely seen in celebrity relationships. Clips were translated, subtitled, and shared across regions from Asia to Europe to the Americas. The story had gone global within hours. As the days unfolded, fan communities worldwide took action. Polls, discussions, creative content, and celebratory posts dominated feeds. Hashtags skyrocketed, trending multiple times across platforms. The narrative had shifted from speculation to acknowledgement, from curiosity to celebration, and the energy surrounding Bai Lu's declaration continued to grow with each new post and analysis. And yet, the most mind-blowing aspect of all was the simplicity of the statement. Four short words carried a magnitude that words alone could not contain. Love declared openly, and without hesitation had created ripples felt across continents. It reminded millions that sometimes honesty cuts through noise, speculation, and strategy in ways nothing else can. Now the call moves to the fans. How do you respond to such a declaration? Do you celebrate the courage, the authenticity, the love? Do you consider the implications for both their personal lives and public perception? Every reaction, every shared post, every comment contributes to the continuing story. Bai Lu has spoken. Wang has been acknowledged. The world is watching. And as this narrative unfolds, fans are not just observers. They are participants in a moment that will be remembered as a defining instance of honesty, courage, and the undeniable power of love publicly acknowledged. So now pause and consider. Do you cheer? Do you analyze? Do you share? Or do you simply witness? Because moments like this are rare, and the energy generated by honesty and love has the power to reach farther than fame itself. And one thing is certain, the story is far from over. The declaration has set the stage. The reactions will write the next chapters. And fans worldwide will continue to follow, discuss, and feel as if they are standing right there in the room with Bai Lu and Wang when love was finally spoken aloud.